protected me. You are a good man. Mr. President, sir. Mr. President, sir, for emphasis purposes, I want to speak on page 55B of this document. It was just summarized here. The B component of this chapter, page 55, says, all joint operations shall be carried out strictly in accordance with the extant operational procedures provided in the Armed Forces Act. Mr. President, we are all aware that today we have nearly 30,000 Nigerian Army in the Northeast. We also have the Navy and the Air Force in the Northeast. Mr. President, one of the biggest problems that is actually militating against successes in this fight against Boko Haram in the Northeast is lack of coordination. Here, Mr. President, before me is a document which is actually a document that created the Office of the Chief of Defense Staff. In this document, Mr. President, it says that the duty of the Chief of Defense Staff shall be, 1, to prepare strategic and contingency plans for joint operations. And it says here specifically that the Joint Operations Commander shall be appointed by the Chief of Defense Staff, not by individual services serving in that joint operation. It also said here, Mr. President, that the Chief of Defense Staff shall superintend over operations involving 2 or more services. Mr. President, what we are seeing happening today that is actually impeding in the progress fight against injustice in the Northeast is that the Army are doing their own, Air Force are doing their own, police are doing their own. It's like you are tent or Israel. I agree with the recommendation of the committee that some of these things need actually constitutional amendment and laws that specify exactly what should be done in joint operations. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much. That our colleagues might rise. So if any senator indicates that he doesn't understand this or he needs an explanation, members of the committee can do so. But because we are standing, you can round up whatever you want to say. You have that benefit.
As we are all aware that Chapter 2 of the Constitution, Section 14B, the responsibility of government is, of course, the security of its citizens. That's the primary responsibility of government. I want to emphasize on...
Oh, he's a member of the committee? Are you a member of the committee? No, I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Are you a member of the committee? Okay. No, at the moment, because that report is what you have signed. You have accepted everything inside it. So I will take those who are not members of the committee.